First off, let me say welcome. First time dialing in, checking this channel out, I want to say welcome. If you've come by several times and you follow along with the saga, I want to say welcome back. This is Tx800, period. It's one 2290 driving 4 2879s. Now, I've got one of these that I've had fixed now for 5 years, and I can't even get a hold of the customer anymore. It's sitting in the house, but that's got nothing to do with this. This belongs to my buddy Skid Row, and nice guy, super nice guy. He sent this thing up to me. He says, "Man, help, no work. I believe." What we went through and we found, and this is going to be quick. This is going to be a quick video. What we found, you guys got to remember, this Tx800 was groundbreaking when it came out. Up until this point, the best you could get would be like a Palomar, like 1x2 or 1x4. I mean, you'd do about 600 watts with the same transistors. I mean, if we really wanted this thing to put out, we'd change this 2290 out to a 2879 that's in the back corner. But 4 Toshibas, 1 driver, 2290 in the back. Okay, so where was I? Oh yeah, so these guys changed how they did things, and instead of using the transformer, they used ferrite beads. Remind us, anybody else we know? And they had the transformer doing nothing but its job. It wasn't also a conduit for 12 volt, which is okay. The 12 volt's present on it, but they had their own system. I've worked on several of these over the years. Some of them had these the wing nuts on the back. Some didn't. They had wires. They're basically all the same thing. The difference between the 800 and the 900 is the driver transistor in the back. Otherwise, they're exactly identically the same unit. 4 Toshibas on the output side, 1 driving. These are actually properly biased. That's what this is. So this is a 50 ohm Boll resistor that sits in here. 43 ohm actually, 43 ohm Ormite that's in here, and I replaced it with a 50 ohm Boll resistor. It took me an hour to find a friggin' resistor because I've got them all in a tote, these big wire ones. I got them all in a tote, and I got to get them organized. Of course, that would require space and shelving and enough wall space to hang all the resistor organizers. This resistor, dead open. It wasn't doing anything. This is your knockdown resistor. This is your diode control for your bias. Goes through this resistor, passes down through here, pops up on the front side, goes through this choke, and there's another choke down in there. Now, normally I hate working on these things because the only way to get this board out is to take all of these switches off the front, take the thermocouple, which is held in by hot glue, out, disconnect all of the LEDs in the front, and then you can lift the board out. There's a lot of stuff going on in this little tiny cramped space. I got a friend that used to help build these down in California back in the day, and he told me they were making these things like they couldn't even slow down, like honest to God. His name is Kip. Kip come to me. I met him at a break here a couple years ago, actually at the BBI Bakerman break, and he told me the whole history of these guys. It was really quite neat. Then the next thing that caught my attention is they use feed-through capacitance on the output as an isolator. This is a 0.01 disc capacitor that has seen way better days. I had a comment made the other day that I need to become more familiar with my camera. Instead of blaming the autofocus, and I should become more comfortable with using manual focus. I'm like, dude, I move around and move the camera too much for that to actually work. This thing's been very hot. This was a tan color at one point. It's cracked. Doesn't read as anything. So we replaced it with 3 disc capacitors to achieve the same value. Right here on the output. And what we have as an end result is a good thing. This speaks testaments, by the way, to the Toshiba. Every single time I do one of these, they just put up with more punishment. I don't care who you are, they just put up with more punishment. So we're going to frame this up. It's a 1,000 watt slug in peak, 1,000 in average and a 5-watt slug in reverse. Let me zoom on in here so we can actually see the meter movements. 1,000, 1,000, 500 watt. This is a low drive amplifier. I'll hark back to a different day when we didn't need to have a 100-watt radio on everything. Let's go ahead and run us up here. Hello, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Here's our 25 watts. We're going to start out on low. Just turn the amp on. Hello, 1, 2. Already performing better than a 667. Has the same components in it, and it comes with built-in fans. We're on low. Let's go to medium. Hello. Way outperforms a 667 now. Hello. 1, 2. Hello. Hello. Audio. 1, 2. So we get about 800 out of it. Exactly what we're supposed to get. Let's go look at our input tune. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Looking at this one, by the way. This one right here. Hello, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, audio. Beautiful. Totally acceptable. Amp gauge. Hello. Pulling about 91 amps, which is about right. We're on AM at the moment. Like I said, this thing is fully biased for sideband. Now what I want you to do is I want you to look at how long the sideband delay is on this amp. It was shocking to me, by the way. So we're going to look at the armature on the relay. I key the mic. Back to AM. And let's test our preamp. It is working. So, up, down, sideways, crisscross, applesauce. Give a dog a bone. Fixed. That's simple. Replace one resistor. Let's see, what does it do on sideband? Let's try it on the sideband. Hello, audio, 1, 2. Hello, audio, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And you guys wonder why we tell you that you need a 150 amp power supply for a 4, like a 5-pill. Hello, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's 150 to 160 amps worth of draw on sideband. Is what it is. But this thing works flawlessly. I remember the first time I seen one of these. I had to borrow it from a local guy. It was broken. I fixed it and I ran it for like 2 months. I was talking on a dipole in my house because that's all I had when I was a kid. Fun times. Fun times. That's it. Hey, Skid, you're all fixed, buddy. I'll get this all boxed up and we'll get her sent back to you tomorrow. Appreciate you guys. Be well. Bump, bump. Biggest duck in Idaho. Click, click. Oh, I can't. I got to come back to this real quick. So I was talking with my buddy Skid Row, and this is Boll Weevil's old box, believe it or not. And I'm not going to lie, I came back to this because it was so dirty. It was completely encrusted with cigarette smoo. And this thing cleaned up quite nice, I'm not going to lie. With a little bit of 409 and Lysol, mixed 50-50. And a little tiny bit of isopropyl alcohol in that. And then a Tornado detailing tool, which my buddy Raz Schifrin turned me on to. He's like, man, why don't you detail them things with a Tordor? I said, what's a Tordor? He goes, Tordor. I said, no, I don't know. What the hell's a Tordor? I'm over here Googling Tordor. He's from Israel, and this is like his 5th language. And his detail shop, they call him, man, I need more Tordors. They're Hispanic. What they meant was tornado. So a little bit of citron cleaning unit, or cleaning solution in here with water, and just a little bit of time and an air compressor. This thing looks like brand new again. I had to get in here and really clean the blades on the fan. They were completely encrusted with cigarette schmoo, and that's why it was making that weird brrrr when I was running it earlier. It doesn't make hardly any noise now. Clean the inside of the journals, got most of the heat sink cleaned out. There might be a couple little spots that I missed, but buddy, you're done. And I want to thank you for sending this up for me to work on. Skid, you be good. Appreciate you. Stay safe. I'm glad you're fully recovered from the COVID. We'll see you. Click, click, click.